At exactly 10 a.m., as the beautiful sun peeks over the majestic Ozark Mountains, Old Man Radio lies peacefully asleep in his jammies. Cozy, warm, and as the good folks of Leadbelt put down that first cup of morning coffee, we dawn a new era in broadcast radio. Coming to you live from the flamethrower antenna atop the Flat River Chat Dump, this ain't your grandpappy's radio station. This dial stops for one morning show only. Brought to you live from Southeast Missouri in the Barn Studio, here are the boys
and girl
from the Barn Radio Show.
I ain't slept 7 days, heaven ain't free.
Oh my God! I know this one. Yeah.
Isn't it beautiful?
The Barn Radio Show. 4th of July edition. Happy birthday, America. Hey!
America.
Special guest in the house today, Jeremy A. Booyer.
Yes.
You have to have the A because I know some Jeremy Booyers.
Yes, and that's why.
Yeah.
I got sent home from school for the wrong one once. After that, I always use my middle initial.
Yeah.
Smart.
Actually, so I have a good buddy, Jeremy Booyer, who's on one of our podcasts, the Dirty Rat Rear podcast. And I think I saw you at one point, both on Facebook at one point, and I thought maybe you were him or something. I didn't know his was an A or not an A. So, welcome to the show, man. Welcome to the barn, and appreciate you being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And hopefully I say this right. You're the organist for the St. Louis Cardinals, which is a team I've heard of.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're a little bit popular.
They've been around for a little while.
Yeah. And the St. Louis Blues.
Yes.
Dude, how cool is your job?
It's a pretty fun job. I mean, it beats digging ditches, so can't complain. I love it.
Obviously been in music for a long time. Did it start when you were a young kid? Did you talk us through maybe your music journey, I guess?
Yeah. So, middle school, you start learning how to play instruments in band, and you're in choir and different things like that. So, started playing instruments and loved it. I was, of course, into sports. I played 4 sports a year. I played football, basketball, wrestling, track, and baseball. So I was big into sports, loved music. My mom had an organ at the house that my grandma had given to her because she'd played whenever she was younger. I don't remember my mom playing that much, but I was like, this thing's cool. And I went over and sat around. I knew enough about notes and reading music that I could sit down and kind of pick things out. And I played a little bit by ear, and then kind of got better at it, and that's kind of how it started.
And you're from the Potosi area, right?
Yeah. South Potosi.
How did you end up with the Cardinals? How did you end up with the Blues?
Well,
by the way, South Potosi.
South. Well, I mean, I grew up on the south side. Yeah.
Ooh,
yes.
Easy.
Yeah. But so I'd started in college, I guess, at SEMO playing for basketball, and in the basketball band, I played keyboards there. And I'd asked the baseball coach at Southeast Missouri State, would you be interested in having an organist for a game? Because that was something I'd kind of done for fun at the house or wherever. And he's like, sure, come on down, we'll give it a shot. And it worked, and he loved it. The players enjoyed it. So I was like, okay. So I started doing that for a while. Well, then after a couple seasons there, a classmate of mine at SEMO, Karen Livingston, who I lived in one of the dorms with, had interned for the Memphis Redbirds. And she was like, they needed an organist. They had somebody forever, and he'd had an illness. And she's like, I know somebody. And they called me up. They're like, would you be interested in coming down and playing? And I'm like, sure. Same thing. Go down there, played. Thought I did a good job. Kept me, whatever. So I played that season out. And then the Blues saw stuff that I had on YouTube and contacted me about their job.
Oh, geez.
Yeah,
that phone call or that email,
Yeah.
do you remember it?
Yeah.
Did you believe it, or were you like, nah?
It's one of your buddies playing a
Come
joke.
on.
Guy on the other line about some white. Or I got a guy on the other line about some white walls.
Yeah.
St. Louis Blues.
Right.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. And, I'd studied with Ernie Hayes, who had played for the Blues and the Cardinals for a long time, too. So I did have some connections with, some of the people who work in the sports, area in St. Louis. And I'd actually played at Busch Stadium at once or a few times with Ernie when he was still the organist there. So, I got to kind of sit in and got to know some people there while I was working in Memphis. So, it worked out that way, and it just kind of took off. And then once I did blues, the Cardinals were interested in me doing and there's two of us who play. Dwayne Hilton also is an organist for the Cardinals, and baseball's such a long season; it's hard to do every night for 9 nights in a row if you work and other things too. So.
So you guys kind of tag team it then?
Yeah, and I think most teams do that now. You don't really have those Iron Men type or ladies that do organ for every single game, all 82 games a year or 81 games a year at home. So, like the Cubs, the Yankees, a lot of them have 2 organists. And even when Ernie played, there was always somebody who'd always be a backup. They just weren't as prominent, I guess, then. But yeah, so.
You answered a question I already had by looking at your hands.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you get rings.
Yes.
You get the rings.
Isn't that so cool?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Dude,
I've been lucky enough to get one of each. So Blues and a Cardinals. And
That's
Heck yeah.
wow, dude. That just gave me chills.
yeah, pretty cool.
Those are championship rings that you're wearing right
This is
there.
the first one in franchise history. This one means a lot to me.
Oh,
'cause,
absolutely.
Oh, that's awesome.
nobody else organ-wise has ever got to do it. Not that they weren't as good or deserving, but it's just cool to get to be there at the right time in the right
Yeah.
place.
So can we get a little Gloria then? Yeah. Just keep going, please. We'll just do this all.
That just puts you in the mood. You know what I
Oh,
mean? Like, that's just a vibe.
When a kid goes and tells his parents, sits them down and goes, I want to be a comic. They're like, oh, come on. That was you, the organ. Kids, stick with what you love, man.
Yeah.
It can happen for
Yeah.
tuba players. It can happen.
Yeah.
It can happen for you.
Play on the Roots.
Yeah, there you go.
Jimmy Fallon. They have,
You could.
They have a sousaphone player there.
You could.
I'm sure he makes pretty good money doing it.
So this is the dumbest question ever that I've ever asked, but do you like your job? Do you enjoy your job?
Yes. Yeah, I love the job. I mean, you get paid to watch sports for a living. That's not too bad. And that's one of the things you may have been one to ask that. I don't know if you do. I get asked a lot is, do you get to watch the game? Well, I have to watch everything because
Yeah. Of
course.
I've got to be ready to go, depending on what's happening on the field or on the ice, I got to be ready. So I'm just sitting there hanging out watching sports, and I actually, get to inject musical snippets in.
So you get to take like creative liberties. So you get to do whatever you want, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's awesome. I love that.
Could you, if somebody, like the other team makes an error, be like, "Diddle-do," like,
Yeah.
oh, there you go.
Or a lot of the teams I've been hearing, or I think they do this. Who did we just play? Pittsburgh. Or they do like the Mario theme, or
Yeah.
like
Little Mario, like when they've finished an inning and gone unscathed.
Classic.
so you become the human jukebox,
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
and I'm sure that gets annoying at times, right?
I don't know. I mean, it's fun, and it allows my creativity to kind of flow a little bit too, and kind of think of different things to use and to play. So
So you have the liberty to, you don't have anybody saying, "Hey, man, you got to do it." Like it's your call. What you're
Yeah.
playing.
You probably do wear like a production earpiece though, right? Where like, hey, we're gonna go here, or somebody's kind of behind the scenes running it, right?
yeah, I mean, it's like a show like you would think of maybe like a TV show where there's a director and they tell the anchors, hey, the next break we're going to go into this or whatever. And it's kind of like that with sports too, where, especially at hockey, we can only play during a whistle or a stop and play. And so we're all spread out throughout the arena. The DJ's up in the suites. Our director's at TV level. There's a soundboard operator who's down low somewhere. The PA announcer's between the press or the penalty boxes. And we all have to keep in communication, so we wear headsets to talk. And that's for sure where she's, the director will be like, next break we'll have organ, or next break will be the DJ, or we're going to play a video or whatever. In baseball, it's a little bit less strenuous because you can play between every pitch, which is more often. But and we're also, at least in Busch, we're all in the same room, so it's easier to talk.
Do you have so what will you hear in your ear? Hey, Jeremy, we're coming 3, 2, 1, and then you have to have a piece ready to go?
Yeah, usually what happens is nobody talks forever, and then whenever I start playing, everybody talks. So it's just
So you're playing and you hear a lot in your ear.
yeah, and everybody's talking, and I'm trying to decipher are they talking to me or are they just talking? But yeah, there's usually a lot of chatter on the headset when I'm playing, but I filter that out, and sometimes it's relevant, and sometimes it's not. But yeah, they'll say, "Hey, next break will be Jeremy or the DJ or."
Yeah, when you're with the Blues, are you right in the middle of the crowd?
I'm out in the crowd at Enterprise Center. Yeah, I'm in the upper bowl, but definitely fans all around me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've set up there. You got a cool view, and there's no bad seat in that place, man.
No.
When you're watching hockey, there's just no bad seat, and that's my favorite sport to watch.
Yeah.
Like live.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A lot
You get a lot of people coming up and trying to get requests in from you.
Yeah, I'll get requests. People will send things on Twitter or X or whatever, and
cool.
ask, you should play whatever. And if I see it, because there's times where I'm not playing, I'll take a look at the phone and see what, and if it works and it seems fitting for the moment, then I'll use it.
Tippy, I'm glad you asked that.
Thanks.
Because I think the episode where you were out, we talked about walkout songs. Do you know what walkout song is? Okay, right? Where the batter's coming out, right?
Yeah, well, I used to watch wrestling, so I know what
Yeah.
walkout songs are.
Exactly. So Jeremy has prepared us a few walkout songs. Do you care to do mine? Do you remember what mine was?
Did you have the Snoop?
Yep.
Yep.
So now coming to the stage, and now I'm a stripper, I guess. Now coming to the pole, Chad Winch. Hey. Isn't that cool? Now coming to the stage, Chuck Dice.
Recognize that?
Do you know what your song
What is that one?
Is that Dave Matthews? The
Oh,
Lady
no.
Vance commercial?
That's why none of us.
Shoot, I'm sorry. So he couldn't be here today.
Oh,
you
yeah.
just
I'm
missed it.
leaning back, but that's so
Okay.
Yeah, that was Ants marching, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry.
I think this is the one that you wanted for
Or-
him. Maybe then was it?
Yeah. Love that one for you, Chuck.
all right.
Love that one for you.
All right,
I didn't pick that, Chuck. Don't blame me.
you're good.
And then sent you one yesterday
Let me see if I could.
for Tippy. And Tippy, you're not going to the pole, right? Or maybe
No.
No, you're
Not
coming
today.
up. You're coming up to bat.
Okay. I know what this is.
So I thought you liked that song, but
So this is so funny because my husband, he came across this TikTok of these two guys who are just like dressed in like old style, like British street kind of people,
Yeah.
and
Peaky Blinders.
yeah, exactly, yeah. And they sing this song, but they're like plug walk, and they sing it like that, And my husband, he kept watching it over and over, and I'm hearing it, and I'm like, what are you watching? He's like, oh, it's a viral video, and I was like, I've never heard that in my life, and I hate it. It's not viral. Let's not play it anymore. And then so we had a debate, and we had to put it on Facebook to see if anybody had heard it, if it actually is viral.
Well, I tried learning it last night. Like Chad sends over the link, and I'm listening to it, and it's funny because like I'm sitting there like listening to it and playing along with it by ear, and it's like a quarter tone. It's like in the middle of two different keys, kind of.
Right.
So it was like kind of funky to like. I'm like, is it in B minor or is it in B flat? It's
What a
like
good
right
ear,
in the middle.
man.
Yeah.
What a good ear.
yeah, because they do sing off tone, or at least it
Yeah.
feels a little disjointed in a way.
Yeah.
Chuck, you wasn't aware of that viral video either?
I got 3 seconds into it. I can't.
It's I think it's
But did you
the
see
best.
it?
I can't.
The video, you saw it on your own?
Yeah. No. He just sent it on the way here.
Oh, see, because it's
I don't know
not a
anything.
viral
I think it's
video.
viral, man.
I'm
Nobody
such
knows about it.
An old man. I never thought I'd be like this. I'm such an old man. I can't.
Well, listen, I'm young and
Viral
hip,
stuff.
and I didn't see that.
Well,
So I'm
that's-
saying it's not viral. And I'm way younger
At
and
least I
hipper
have
than
an
my
excuse.
husband. So
Hey, Jeremy, you hadn't seen it either?
I hadn't seen it. No.
See, so your
Yeah.
theory, I mean,
I'm
1
telling
out
you.
of 4 here, so
And I asked
25%.
I asked my daughter too, and she hadn't seen it either.
What?
So and she lives on TikTok. So
yeah, she's way younger and way hipper
Yes.
than me.
well, but she hadn't seen it.
Wow, okay, Kyle, right. We're in the minority, buddy. Sorry about
I'm
that.
telling you,
I'm
bud.
such an old man with stuff like that.
I hear
I don't know
proving you
how
right. I love
to
it.
sign into Snapchat. I have no idea. How to TikTok. The only TikToks I see is the ones that Tara sends me.
That's
Yeah.
I was,
too
and I
funny.
was, that's it. I never thought I'd be like this, but I'm an old man.
So here's the joke that you might have missed is I thought Tippy liked that song, so I sent that one. And I asked you for a song, and you're like, I like them all.
Yeah,
Like,
I love.
Well, there's a
songs.
lot of songs,
Now you know.
but we picked out a sort of a boy band one for you
Oh,
instead
great.
of something like Metallica or
No, I'm fine.
Pantera or.
I'm never coming to bat, brother. So I lost my. Oh yeah. What's Welcome to the Jungle?
I don't have the
Oh, yeah.
I don't have the guitar distortion on
Oh,
this
it's-
keyboard model to do.
Yeah. Welcome to the Jungle.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I guess that'd be a hard one.
That's cool,
right,
man.
yeah.
That's just so,
a little different Guns N' Roses.
that's so
Love
cool.
it.
How often do you play?
Every day, somewhere. I mean, like,
Like, I guess
usually at the
maybe
house or-
practice, like at
yeah, at least
home.
sit down and play through something at the house maybe if I want to. But I mean, I do it a lot. I mean, it's just like any other profession. You're doing your job every day, and mine's a little bit different, but
You do the dun 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 dun.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. What are some other? Yeah, take me out or take me out to the ball game. Charge.
Yeah. All those. I'd like to do in St. Louis. Old staple.
And you also play organ at like some churches, right? Or
Yeah. My full-time job is at a church playing in St. Francis of Assisi in South County, St. Louis.
Yeah.
I'm off Telegraph there, and that's my 9 to 5, although it's not really 9 to 5 because I work weekends, but, I'm other masses during the week or
Well, you got it
weddings.
rough, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, somebody's got to do it. I guess it might as well be me. So, but I do that and I play, and it's funny because I'll sing there, and people see me singing. And they're like, "I didn't know you could sing," and I'm like, "My degree's actually in vocal music, which is
Wow.
interesting." But yeah, play, sing. I mean, that's kind of my bread and butter for sure, and that's what it's what I do.
Hey, also go SEMO Redhawks.
Yeah,
Right?
Absolutely. SEMO's great. SEMO's I know it's not like Mizzou-sized D1, but for a D1 school in their conference, they won the Commissioner's Cup this past year
Yeah.
for the most championships, in all the sports over the course of a season or a course of the school year. So
Yeah.
they're doing great things.
Yeah, the barn specifically, we have a lot of ties to SEMO. One, my wife graduated from there. So what years were you there?
I graduated in 04, in December of 04.
Okay. So you might have been down there around the same time. So I'm going to bring her out here. And I want you to tell me all the stuff.
Yeah.
If you've seen her at a party or anything.
If I recognize her.
Yeah.
Spill the beans.
But yeah, we love the SEMO Redhawks. Briley Palmer, who's from this area, she's down there coaching the basketball. Jeremy McDowell, who was a North County guy, was there for a number of years. They have a bunch of local kids down there playing. So yeah. Shout out SEMO.
Yeah.
Love SEMO. And they're doing, like you're saying, they're leveling up big time.
Yeah,
So good for them.
great things for sure.
Jeremy Booyer, organist.
Is there a GOAT organist like at a say a
Good
baseball
question.
stadium? Like, is there one dude that everybody's like, man, that dude?
Every city has their guy, and like every city is proud of their organist. So
Yeah.
it depends. Like, the bigger cities, I feel like get the bigger hype because it's a bigger city and you get more media and more of that kind of thing. So I don't know. I think we all get along pretty well, and we're all talk and that kind of stuff. And I don't think anybody feels like, well, this guy's better than that guy or that girl's better
There's
than.
no drama in the organist community.
I don't think so. I
I mean,
mean,
we don't have to name drop.
The Cubs guy.
No, actually, like one of my people I talk to the most is the Cubs guy, which is
Really?
funny. Yeah, and he's a great dude. Well, there's two of them too, but one of the two, John Benedict, and I talk quite a bit. Nashville Predators organist Kyle Hankins and I are good friends. He's actually a Cardinals fan, which is connection. He grew up in Paducah, so
Okay. Yeah.
Cardinal Nation, and so he comes up to Cardinal games sometimes, and I've let him come in and like sit in the organ bench and at Busch and play an inning before too. I'm like, you know what to do, just
Yeah.
I'm
very-
go grab a beer and you got
That's fun.
I get to take my break.
Yeah.
What would we're talking walkout songs. What would yours be? Oh, I know it. Oh my gosh, what is it?
Oh, I know it too. Oh.
Pearl Pearl Jam.
Yes.
That's it. Yeah.
Nice. Good job, Chad.
Good at
Jeez, that hurt.
That was
That was like hurting in my head. So I was like, I know this. Yeah.
greatest moment to be at.
Oh,
I mean,
come on.
it's either Freeze or the championship or the Blues championship, right? I mean,
I wasn't playing for the Freeze game, but for sure Blues.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, it's
and
good.
and it's hard to like pick out one moment in there because there's so many cool moments, like the Maroon double overtime Game 7
Oh,
goal.
yes.
Was
at
at home.
Yeah.
It was cool, but like, so, you know, that was just the second round. That wasn't even like the championship. Then we get to the third round, the Western Conference Final. We're playing against the Sharks. You have the hand pass game, which
Yep.
we lost, but like the next 3 games, we just were like, all right, we're gonna kick your ass now.
Yeah.
We're pissed, and they did, and they went back to I think San Jose for 1 game maybe, and then after that, I'd already booked like long time in advance. And I'm living in Kimmswick at the time, so closer to St. Louis, and we booked a weekend in Ironton, just come down and go to like the Mountain Music Festival, you know, just to chill, get away for the weekend. We, you know, because back in like January, we're like, we're not gonna make the playoffs, you know.
Yeah.
So we're like, book a weekend. So it still kind of worked out. We had a game at home on a Friday night. I played the game. I drive down to Ironton and meet my girls down there, and the next morning I get up Saturday. I get a text like, hey, we're opening up the building for a watch party. You have to be back here tomorrow. And I'm like, oh, shortest weekend ever.
Oh, wow.
So I get to spend like 1 full day down there at the music festival and then I have to come back. And but it was cool because then from that point on, I played every game, home or away, at Enterprise Center to a full arena.
yeah.
Home and away.
Whether they were there or not. They showed it on the video board, and it was just insane. So even like Game 7 was in Boston, but we had 20,000 fans inside Enterprise Center watching it along too. And like one of the coolest moments in that was in Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final when we won in overtime on Gunnarson's goal.
Yep.
I had a feed from Boston on the organ, like a monitor, and mine was about 10, 20 seconds ahead of everybody in the building. So I realized we'd won 10 or 20 seconds before, but like we'd said, I was out in the crowd, so I had to like really be like, play it off so I didn't ruin it for everybody. But it was just awesome. But Game 7, you know, like we scored that second goal, then the third goal, and it's like, all right, we're going to win this thing. And
Dude, God,
It
I
was
got
incredible.
chills over here.
yeah.
Can we hear Gloria again?
Yeah.
Yeah. 4th of July edition of the Barn Radio Show. Live in the Barn studio. You got the Mox, Tip. Can you keep going? Jeremy Booyer in the house. Jeremy A. Booyer in the house, and Chuck Dice. We're missing Ben. Ben died. Forgot to tell you guys
Ben.
that.
Matthews just lost a fan.
Yeah. So 4th of July edition. We're partying. All right, we're good, man. Thank you. Thought that was rolling in nice.
Thanks.
Tip, it's 4th of July.
It is 4th of July.
4th of July week, and this is a whole celebration, right?
Yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah, heck yeah. America, right?
America. Heck yeah, America.
We don't always get it right, but when we get it right, we blow
do
some
it.
shit up, right?
right.
We take over land that wasn't ours to begin with, and we make it ours. I love 4th of July. It's one of my favorite holidays. How about you guys?
I love
yeah.
4th of July.
Absolutely.
4th of July is when we can act like when the Blues won the championship, Brett Hull acted like for 2 months.
Yeah.
We can act like that for one day.
We win America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went Blues.
Brett
We
Hull was
win
the
America.
happiest human. He was having the most fun I've ever seen of anyone on the planet.
You ever met him?
I've seen him. I've not bothered him.
Yeah.
He's a busy man. I'm sure he gets lots of requests. I've been around him, several other Hall of Famers and stuff and that kind of thing. But he's a cool dude. In fact, like not to like, I don't know if I'm allowed to give plugs or not, but I know that a Boys Dream Shop in Caledonia is going to have Brett Hull on July 12th. So he's going to be down in our neck of the woods, which is cool because he doesn't even live in St. Louis anymore. He lives in Nashville. So if you want to see Brett Hull, go down to a Boys Dream Shop in Caledonia, Missouri, and
Absolutely. I love what
That's
they're
so
doing over there.
neat.
that is cool.
I'm a big sports card collector, so yeah, I'm familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. One of my funniest stories, and I've told Tippy this before. Speaking of Brett Hull adjacent, was my second season with the Blues. I come into the arena, and as I'm getting there, I see Wayne Gretzky getting out of his cab.
Oh.
I'm like, dude, that is the great one, Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't bother guys. They have a job to do, and he was still a coach, the head coach of the Phoenix Coyotes at the time. But I'm like, dude, it's Wayne Gretzky, and I don't know if I'll ever see him again in person like this. The Blues might cameo after this year. Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been 18 seasons later. But anyway, I see Gretzky. I stop in the security entrance. I'm like, before like iPhones were a thing, I had an old digital camera, and I'm like, hey man, I'm Jeremy Boyer. I play the organ. Can I get a picture with you? And he's like, absolutely. And this kid's walking by, 18-year-old concession stand worker kid, and I'm like, hey man, you get my picture with him? And he's like, yeah, but you gotta tell me who this is. And I'm just like,
Oh, no.
are you kidding me? Gretzky's like doesn't miss a beat, reaches out, goes, hey, I'm Brett Hull, nice to meet you.
Oh, funny.
Never corrected himself ever either. So this kid's going around like, I met Brett Hull. Not knowing, I guess, he may went, I don't know, maybe one day he goes, that's that dude I saw that. I took that picture.
Yeah, his whole life he's been telling that story, and now he's going to be like, what?
Yes.
Oh, that's nice to know he's an awesome dude.
He is an awesome dude, very cool.
Well, I think they were pretty tight. They were buddies,
good
right? Like that's why Gretzky came to the Blues was because of
Big
Brett.
reason, yeah.
You ever heard that story? I might have the name wrong. I think it was Charles Barkley. Like Gretzky was over at Barkley's house, and they were having dinner or something like that. And like Gretzky pulls out like the big chair, the good chair, and Barkley stops him and he goes, "In my house, I'm the great one, buddy."
I could see that.
Like
I could see that. Very on brand for him. Hey, we had a couple pretty exciting things happen to us since we last recorded. We kind of went viral a couple times. One, Jeremy, I know you're gonna appreciate this. One of my videos, just a stupid, silly video I made about the stoplight on Highway 8, is at 120,000 on Facebook, which is a lot for Facebook, for me anyway.
It is a lot.
So we kind of went viral there, and I know that's you probably travel that road quite a bit.
I don't if I absolutely don't have to, but today I had to traverse it, and it wasn't too bad. But I went to my daughter's softball game in Park Hills on Monday night, and I sat through, I think, at least 2 stoplights there.
Yeah, and I think time of the day is pretty important. Like it's probably pretty early when you were coming over here today, but yeah, if you hit it in the evening or late afternoon, you're going to be there a while.
Yes.
But also, Emo's Pizza
yeah, that's pretty amazing.
thinks you're me,
Yeah,
and I'm you.
Stuck up for him.
Yeah.
You
That
did,
is
and I
so
did.
funny.
So we were talking Emo's versus Chicago Pizza, and Emo's actually commented on it, and they were like, "Yay, Chad!" And if you remember, I was the one to pick
Yes.
deep dish, and Chuck was the one to pick
picked
I
Emo's.
Emo's.
saw that. I was
Buried over here by Emos.
So they have since followed the barn, which is very cool. Shout out Emo's, and I think we are going to do a live podcast from
That'll be so
Emo's.
exciting. Are they going to feed us?
Surely, right?
Hell yeah, because I'm all about food.
I mean, if we invite ourselves to do a podcast from their place, they feed us, right?
If they don't
I hope
feed us,
so.
we're ordering
Giordano's.
Pizza Hut delivery during the show.
And also, Catfish Kettle reached out too, because we talked Catfish Kettle where Ben hadn't been there for 30 years for some reason.
That's wild to me. Catfish Kettle is so good.
So good.
Oh yeah,
Like, why would you do that to yourself?
And they were
yeah. Ben's only punching
Yeah,
himself.
why miss out?
Only
Like,
hurting himself.
they were a little defensive up in the comments, I will say, because we talked about them having a lot of fried foods, and they mentioned grilled. We have grilled foods like several times.
Look at that. I love it.
So
well,
that-
not many people know that. So, they're just trying to put that out there. Good for them.
Yeah. So
Like,
yeah,
come eat healthy with us.
it's been an exciting week.
I'll tell you this: during the COVID deal, you couldn't go in and eat anywhere, and Catfish Kettle. Out of the BAM, they just installed a drive-through window.
They sure did.
Genius, man. I mean,
Yeah.
that thing was packed. There was cars for a mile. It was a great idea. So good job on them.
That was a great
That's good
idea,
business.
honestly. Yeah, they were on that too. You're right. They
Yeah.
were like, "What's that? There's a need. We got you."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their location is good, but man, that parking lot gets full.
It does.
It's hard to navigate that area.
Hey, but that just means they're always popping, which
They
is
are.
good for them. That's great for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if you guys could figure that out, that'd be great.
Jeremy, you're over in Potosi. You got any favorite restaurants over there? And is it Dos Primos?
Dos Primos is great. There's a new place called The Hangout in the middle of town. It's like across from City Hall there in the middle of Potosi.
Okay, yeah.
What they
Good
got?
stuff.
What kind of food?
Lots of good burgers. They got chicken. They got a variety of wings.
Like bar
you name
foods?
it. They've got margarita towers, so you can get a margarita tower. They got a nice patio outside. You can go out and sit there and watch everybody drive through and be nosy. But
Yeah.
Got this nice little Irish spot called McDonald's.
yeah,
That's a good one, too.
What's that little shack that's like on a laundromat or something?
They do like hot dogs, don't they?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's still open or
I
not.
don't know.
Suds and Duds?
Something
Did
like
I just
that.
make that
Snack
up?
shack. I don't know what it's called.
Fredericktown, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's
No, Dog and
Yeah,
Dog
because
Suds,
Dog and Suds.
Cherokee
That's,
Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I know what you're talking about, though. It's like in a laundromat.
Yeah. They used to have. I don't know if there's.
But also, you can't sleep on Twin Eagle. Twin Eagle serves food. They have good food,
yeah.
good,
Yes.
good drinks, all that stuff. They got the swim up bar.
I was just about to say swim up bar.
Swim up bar. I got a drink there.
Can't
It's
go wrong
called the Jabs Music Organ Rocker.
Ooh.
So if you're at the swim up bar, ask for the Jabs Music
Okay.
Organ Rocker. It's good stuff.
Heck yeah.
So is it named after you?
It is.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, so pretty cool. But
You know, JAB.
yeah.
Oh.
I was about to.
Sorry,
ask.
thank you.
Glad
And that's
figured it
my
out.
all my Instagram, X, all that Jabs Music, JABS
So
Music.
Did you make the drink? Is it like your favorite drink? Or?
Yeah, it's just my favorite. I get a frozen pina colada whenever I'm out at the swim up bar, so that's like my favorite go to. So they're like, pick a drink, we'll name it for you. I'm like, sweet, that's amazing. But they do great stuff out there. They have a big 4th of July stuff, and a lot of good bands come in and play there.
That's
we
it.
should do a podcast from the swim up bar area.
Dude, Twin Eagle, I love. I take my girls out there all the time. It's like it's not really a hidden gem, but it needs to be more popular. It's cool stuff that they have out there. Shoot.
You know, we've got a lot of incredible places in the area, a lot of incredible wineries, and they kind of are hidden gems because they have to be outside of city limits.
Everything's a hidden gem.
Yeah.
This dude. Okay. I talk about this with my buddies stuff like the 8 highway. Their gumbo. It's the whatever highway. What's his name?
8 Highway, yeah.
Yeah. What's this? The whatever highway.
Furlan Husky.
Furlan Husky Highway or whatever. I'm driving by with him in Furlan Husky. I'm like, okay, who the hell's Furlan Husky? And it's like, he's a country music in the Country Music Hall of Fame and blah blah blah. I'm like, oh, well, that's kind of cool. He's from right here, Country Music Hall of Fame. That's crazy. But way back in the day, probably the 30s, 20s, 40s, whatever. Why would it be celebrated? People probably forgot. No. He was inducted into the Hall of Fame in like 2010 or something. I didn't hear a thing about it.
Yeah. Wild.
Like, we don't know anything. Like that Jillian Michaels and the one dude, the Biggest Loser thing was in town. I didn't hear a thing.
You know what?
Jay Sheets.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying, but I think the problem is there is just so much information in this world for us to consume that we cannot consume it all.
I think that I need to know about Furlan Husky more than I need to know about the bombing in the middle, wherever.
Well, I guess you need to shift what you're watching then, huh?
Yeah, and I'd
Get
say
on TikTok.
That's part of our responsibility.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Is we're in the community, so knowing about, that we have local people here doing awesome, amazing things is part of our responsibility, not to get all
Absolutely.
serious on you. And we're trying, right? We're trying.
Yeah.
But it's a grind. So
Yeah,
give us time, Chuck.
You know what I would suggest? I would suggest to every single person out there listening, take 5 minutes today while you're scrolling mindlessly on Facebook and go to the people that are local to you. Go to your local bakers, go to your local photographer pages, go to your local organist because he's right here in Potosi. Anybody you know that's a small business, go to their page today. Take your 5 minutes, go on ahead, like their posts, comment on their posts. It doesn't even have to be profound. You can just be like, hey, what's up? Have a great day. That's engagement, and that helps those people. And also, when you interact with those pages, I know I'm getting a little preachy, but I'm big on small business, damn it. When you interact with those pages, that puts it back in your feed, which means you're going to see it, which means they're going to get more business. So do your part and support your community by clicking like.
And go Cardinals.
Got to do. And go Cards. And go Blues.
Go Blues.
Go
Let's
Sports.
go Blues.
Moses Austin.
Yeah.
Founder of Texas, buried in Potosi. Nobody even knows it.
Yeah.
Hey,
None of that.
Yeah, you do.
speaking of, Copper Fox Contrive is having a hell of a sale right now.
Yes, we sure are. We sure are. We're having a Everything Must Go sale, actually.
It's got to go.
Yep, gotta go. I'm starting a new chapter in my life, and I'm very excited about it. So we're out with the old, in with the new. So if you're in the market for some crafty stuff, come see me. Come
Everest
by.
Counseling is taking new clients. I'm not sure if you've seen that or not.
I did see that, actually. Very exciting
We're
for you
taking
guys.
some new clients. So if you're looking for mental health services and you're in the area, get a hold of us.
Yep.
Yeah.
And one more, the Tippy Joe Show. We're having our 2-year anniversary
Yes.
coming up. Very excited.
Surprised as hell you guys lasted this long.
Dude, me too. There's
Not
been some
kidding.
trials and tribulations, but here we are, guys. Here we are.
And you guys are so important to the community. So yes.
Thank you.
It is 4th of July. We need to.
Oh, yeah.
You got something. You got something you could put in there.
Yeah. Would you like some
Yeah, let's do that.
Malibu? Okay. And not the cold brew. It's not morning anymore. We're over coffee.
Yeah. Let's start light.
Okay.
A little celebration for America here. Your favorite part of being American, people.
Mine?
Freedom, right?
Yeah,
that's cool.
that I can get on a morning radio show and I can say shit.
Yeah.
I think that's
Freedom of
really
speech.
cool. Yeah, freedom of speech.
Not too shabby.
We used to have freedom of press.
We used to. Oh, what good times.
Well,
those
they
were.
have a lot of freedom. That's what they use to do it with.
Yeah. Maybe we have too much freedom of press. Yeah. And what press is these days. Guys, what do you like about being American? Paying taxes?
Oh,
That's pretty
the
great.
best.
Yeah, I got my pay stub this morning and seen that there was like $700 taken out. I love showing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It makes you feel good.
While
to
you
be
wait
an
at that
American.
stoplight for 45
Yeah.
minutes.
Dude, how does this state have any money? Every road in this whole state's being worked on.
Yeah.
How the hell
Yeah.
does that? There's
I
got
did
to be
s-
no money left.
I did see something somewhere like, hey, could you at least finish one project before you start another one?
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, Missouri's very ADHD right now with their
Yeah.
roads.
Everything is being worked on. Me and Tara went to Kansas City a couple weeks ago, and from St. John all the way to Kansas City, roads are being worked on.
Yeah.
I can't. I can't.
It's a lot.
do this.
It's a lot. And that Festus, those lanes.
Oh my gosh. With those big concrete blocks, and it feels like your car's not going to fit through there. We were driving through there a couple of weeks ago, actually, and the way they have it sectioned off is, everybody's driving in 2 lanes together, and then they've got those big concrete blocks in the middle, and they split you into 2 lanes, still going in the same direction. But there's no in and out in those. You're stuck in these boxes now. Well, we're going down this for miles, and we see that coming up ahead, there's a space that you cannot.
Yeah.
It's just dead, and there's one little area where we could get over into this next lane. So thankfully we did that. And as we're driving by, 50 cars up, stopped in the middle of this thing that you cannot get out, is a semi truck broke down.
Oh.
And we just meant, thank goodness we took that little exit, because we'd still be there today.
Yeah, those little exits, man, it's like Finding Nemo when they're in the stream and they have to get off.
Yes.
You better get off.
You better
quick.
go.
I drive that twice a day to and from work, and they will just out of nowhere switch the flow of traffic. Like
It's
you'll drive, and then you're like, oh god, it goes this way now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember when they first put that in Farmington and how it goes like this back there?
Yeah.
For no reason. Like, why am I crossing over traffic like this? That's
Yeah.
silliness.
Oh man, I think that's brilliant.
You guys have the
I-
roundabout coming into
You
Lowe's?
did.
That's a
What?
big deal.
That'd be so weird. to
What's
me.
coming in those?
The roundabout and
Roundabouts.
Dude, roundabouts.
roads?
I love roundabouts. Roundabouts are amazing.
I don't hate roundabouts as long as people know how to drive them in front
That's
of
the
me.
problem.
Yeah.
The problem is a lot of people don't.
Let me give everybody a crash. I drive all day. Bread guy.
Bread guy. He loves
when
to
you
mention
when
that
you
guy.
come to a roundabout, I'll tell you the
He's crash
strategy.
portion us on
When you get to a roundabout, just go. Just
True.
go.
I have
All you
to
gotta do,
agree
just
with
go.
this
Just
guy.
keep driving.
which is a lot better than not going.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just keep going.
If nobody's directly in front of you that you're going to make contact with, go.
Just go.
That's pretty much it.
It's pretty brilliant, actually.
4th of July. 4th of July edition of the Barn Radio Show. You get a hall pass.
What I love about being American: French fries and spaghetti.
Spaghetti and French fries. Come on.
That's the joke, right?
Yeah.
That was the
Let's
joke.
get rid of this guy.
That was the
That's
punchline.
what did it? Yeah. Can you do a joke there? Did it?
Yeah. I don't play drums, but
Oh, never mind.
there
That's
might be
right.
something on here.
I think there is drums on there, actually.
I
Yeah.
think I just see you as a musician. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
ask you if you
yeah.
do anything.
Do you have something patriotic you could play for us, maybe? Those old-timey ones just work so well on that, right? All right, production, we're going to Jeremy in 3, 2.
Yeah.
Not to make you work too much today.
Yeah.
Do you have a significant other? You single?
I'm
married? Okay. Okay. So pretend you're not.
Okay.
You get a hall pass, right? One hall pass. But it's a historical hall pass. Okay. So you're going to pick someone from historical America. So we're thinking, females: Harriet Tubman, Betsy Ross, Amelia Earhart, Rosa Parks, Eleanor Roosevelt, Sacagawea.
Harriet Tubman did great things, but not much of a looker.
No.
Yeah.
She's a
I
little.
think historically you're not going based off looks there, but
Oh, we're just.
like if we're looking back, I don't know if you can go based on looks.
Oh, you said hall pass.
Some of the guys: George Washington, Abe Lincoln, Benjamin Franklin, MLK, John F. Kennedy.
What
You
does
get a
hall
hall
pass
pass.
mean to you?
You get to sleep with them.
Oh, or Abe Lincoln.
He's like, obviously.
Do we get to live a day with these guys, or what? Is that what we're talking about? Just
No,
hang
you
out?
get to. here.
Oh, you're talking to her with the Abe Lincoln and stuff. Oh,
Yeah, I was
forgot there's
mentioning
a girl
both
in the show.
men and
Sorry.
women. I didn't
forgot
know
about
how
Tippy.
we.
That's so funny.
Sorry, I'm like, dude, what are you-
dying.
what are you
Chuck,
doing
you're
to me over
killing
here?
me, bud. You're killing me today.
So you get a hall pass for one historical person, male
Yes.
or female. What are you going with?
It's like Aubrey Hepburn
Ooh,
That's a good one.
gosh, yeah.
class. Nice.
Wow, I didn't even
Yeah.
think about movie
Marilyn Monroe.
stars.
Yeah, we go pop culture. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I got mine. Elvis.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Speaking of classical looks,
Yeah.
handsome, 68 special Elvis. though.
Finally out.
I got mine.
Finally out. He's finally out. I knew it.
Oh, I'm a closeted gay man. I'm deeply closeted gay man.
Brittany Murphy.
The actress?
Yeah.
Am I it?
She was gone too soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was in movies.
Uptown Girl. Mm-hmm. And a lot of other things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brittany Murphy.
She's very cute.
8 Mile.
Fantastic.
8 Mile.
Yes, she was in 8 Mile. You are correct, sir.
Right. You got any Eminem over? Nice.
How wild would it be if I just started rapping that? I don't know it, but if I did, I would for you.
Go for it.
How do you remember all these?
I don't know. Just you kind of learn stuff, and then it kind of gets stuck. And obviously familiarity is important. If I know it really well, and I grew up with Eminem too, so a lot of that kind of stuff. But yeah, just one of those things. Some
Yeah,
things-
and also music improves your brain function.
Yeah.
And it improves your memory retention.
Yes,
And
that's
so-
why music is very important in schools, because it is. There's things you'll learn in music class that you'll remember 40 years from now that you won't remember from your math class for sure. So I'm just saying.
Very true, because you're going to use music before you use
are,
math.
absolutely.
That's the damn truth.
Every day of your life, the rest of your life.
Yep.
So I imagine you have to stay pretty on top of like the newer trends.
Yeah, usually, and having girls
Yeah, that
younger
helps.
helps. Yeah, they're like, hey, Dad, can you play whatever? So.
Ooh, for my girls, do you care to do a little Taylor Swift?
Yes. Let me think. Which there's so many Taylor Swift songs. Let me think. I'm drunk in the back of my car.
Yeah.
Something like that. But yeah, little Cruel Summer.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Cruel Summer. Very cool.
Yeah, there's and I actually play several of them. It's one of those things where it's like, which one?
Historical figure, who we sleeping with?
Most recent dead porn star, probably. I don't think you guys understand the rules of the game.
Historical.
She's historical. She's dead.
Which one?
I don't know. The most recent. I don't think you guys
He
understand
don't
the-
even care.
I
He's
didn't
like,
check-
pick one.
I didn't check the porn news today.
I don't think that you guys understand the rules of the whole pass thing.
I don't know if that's historical. I think we understand the rules.
If I
but
want to
do you?
spend a day with somebody from history,
Yeah.
John F. Kennedy, man.
We're not
That
spending the
dude is
day. I mean, we're
awesome.
spending the day, but we're,
You don't find it hot that she picked a female?
Well, I'm still worried about you picking a male.
I think I'm the only one who's picking
Hey,
the opposite.
there's
of
no
opposite
judgment
gender
here.
He understands the rules of the game.
here.
All right, who you got, man?
That's what I was saying. Like Aubrey Hepburn.
Oh,
but,
right,
like,
right.
Yeah.
Going off
And what?
JFK, Jackie O would be.
Jackie.
Oh, Jackie O.
Classic look there.
Yeah, we're double teaming Jackie O. All right, put me down for Jackie O.
Put me down for Brittany Murphy.
Okay, there you go. Now we're talking.
Okay, fictional person. So.
Jessica Rabbit. Oh, sorry.
Oh, well, she's on the list. Dorothy from Wizard of Oz, Marge Simpson, June Cleaver, Daisy Duke, Wilma Flintstone, Betty Boop, Lucy, Wonder Woman, Peg Bundy. Ooh.
Peg Bundy is such
Peg
an
Bundy.
icon.
Lois Griffin, Roseanne.
Fran Drescher.
Fran would be a good one.
She would be a good one.
This is Hall Pass?
Hall pass.
Oh, boy. It's got to be off that list.
Well, those are the female fictional pop cultures.
Who you got?
Man. Okay.
So it's not the actress,
yeah.
it's the character.
Oh, the character.
But Jessica Rabbit, I mean, she'd probably be on a lot of lists.
Yeah.
Because, man, when I was a kid, whoever drew that and, like,
She's not bad. She's just drawn this way.
I got the line.
you're going to have to stop with that.
What's that one? Not Wilma. The one with the little fat one.
Betty.
Betty Rubble?
I think it is. Yeah, Betty Rubble.
Yeah, that's the one.
You going with that?
Yeah.
I think
Wait,
Jessica
Fred.
Rabbit's your call, though.
Okay, let's go with Jessica Rabbit.
But hey, we'll just call me when she shows up.
Right.
If she's good with it.
Yeah.
Fictional.
Man, that's tough. I don't know. I mean, like, a rabbit comes to mind, like, think of, like, Babs Bunny.
Yeah.
Babs Bunny's a badass. She's
Well, we found your fetish.
Yeah, right? I was kind of, like, damned on this one already from the beginning. I was like,
Some fictional male characters: Homer, Fred Flintstone, Archie Bunker would be fun. Al Bundy.
Listen to him. Archie Bunker would be fun.
Yeah, he'd make you laugh anyway.
We're learning some things about you today.
Andy from Andy Griffith, John Wayne. Ooh,
Do I have to pick those
No,
dudes? Like,
no.
I'm just going to stick with Jessica Rabbit.
yeah,
Yeah.
good call.
Thanks.
Hey, I'll tell you who I wouldn't. If we're talking like historical people, I wouldn't want to marry Todd Lincoln
Okay.
because Abe was a tall dude, and you know it's A. Like if you're following that, you're gonna need some help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Too funny.
That's like the, you look at Shaquille O'Neal and like his ex-wife.
She's like this tall, and he's
How?
like 72 foot tall. Yeah.
How?
Well, there's probably a good reason for that. He picked that height difference for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't care.
Yeah, you feel sorry for her, like you feel bad for her.
Yeah.
right?
Nah, she's all right. She stuck around for a reason.
I mean, you would know. I don't know.
We're resilient. It's okay. She'll be all right.
I think of all the dude thing, not to hall pass, to hang out with or whatever, I would have to go with the dude,
Who?
Jeff Lebowski. I mean, Jeff Lebowski, the dude. I mean,
Not doing much.
Dude.
ain't doing. I won't do much.
Yeah.
Bowl. I don't smoke weed, but I
Grocery shop.
hang out with him. Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah, bowl. Yeah.
Nice.
Listen to Credence,
absolutely.
not the Eagles.
That's almost my life now.
4th of July, America. Happy birthday. It's the 4th of July episode on the Barn Radio Show. Got Jeremy Booyer here. That picture does not look like you anymore, sir.
no, not as much.
Man, you're killing
But
it.
I had to pick that one. You got to put that one up
Yeah,
there, right?
I love that picture for sure.
Yeah.
I always love that picture. And that whole day. Well, we were talking about Brett Hall a little bit earlier, kind of come back to that. And the We Went Blues thing.
Yeah.
So we're on stage. I'm on stage for the rally. I'm like behind where the players are going to be assembling. And, everybody's been drinking since the wee morning hours that whole day for the parade. The parade takes forever to get back to the arch because the players kept getting out of their buses and going out and greeting fans. So it took like 3 times longer than we were expecting. So there's a lot of dead air and a lot of downtime there. And we see Brett Hull come up to the stage with his beer, and my boss literally goes, "Oh shit!" And then that's when the whole "We Went Blues" and him singing "Gloria" happened.
We were at the parade, and we were near Union Station, and Brett Hull almost fell off the thing that he was riding on. Like, you could already tell he was blitzed.
Never seen anybody have more fun than him.
Yeah.
How did the Gloria thing? How did they approach you with the Gloria? Like, hey, this is a thing now. You got to learn it. The whole Gloria thing.
Well, at first I'm like, "Why is this the song?"
Yeah.
But like then you catch it, you get it, and you're like, "Okay, this makes sense." And so we didn't really start playing it in the building till the playoffs. They'd started it in January.
Yeah.
So like this is like 3 or 4 months later where we started kind of adapting it into what we were doing. And I was like, well, I'll learn it. I'll learn it. I don't know if I'll ever use it, but then we ended up using it. And then like after games when we'd win, we'd play it nonstop. It'd be like Laura Branigan's version, then I'd play it. Then we'd go back to Laura Branigan's version, then I'd play it until everybody left. I mean, it was just kind of a...
Did you know that they were doing it behind closed doors before?
Yeah, I mean, they talked about it, yeah, but it just, we had our own win song at the time, I guess, and they didn't want to, I guess, break that until the playoff time, and then it really started hitting, which,
Yeah.
it's probably for the best, because then it's still another 2 months of Gloria, didn't wear it out too much, so.
Yeah, that's true. You didn't wear it wasn't.
Yeah.
Just beat into the ground by the time of the
Yeah,
champion.
and now it's been retired, because that's like, just like the heat is on, it is 85, and
Yeah.
all these, like, iconic Cardinal songs, or you think of, like, Celebration with 82, like Gloria's the 2019, that's why I think
Yeah.
that they just left it there, and, like, that's that team song. And
Right, you can't sell Rally Squirrel.
Yeah, forever.
2025. Anything surprised you about the cup when you picked it up?
It wasn't as heavy as I thought it would be, but a lot of adrenaline picking it up.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it was just amazing. Like, we're up on stage, and the players have all passed it kind of around, whatever, and they're starting to passing it to like some of the other team officials and team employees that were on stage. And Tom Calhoun, our legendary PA announcer, got it first, I think, of us. And he'd passed it off to me, and I was just like, most amazing moment ever. I think Joel Edmondson had passed it to him, former defenseman for the Blues.
Yeah. That thing takes a beat, and you'd think that it'd be all dinged up. Maybe it is, but yeah, you think it'll be dinged up.
I saw Florida took a lick into it.
Yeah, they did some damage to it.
They've got some guys who can fix it up pretty well. And there's a couple of them actually, but I got to lift it up, got to hoist it right underneath the arch, got to kiss it, got to drink out of it.
Oh man!
So the trifecta for sure.
What'd you drink out of it?
It was the Gloria beer, the Bud Light. But I got to go to a watch party with the coach, the video coach at the time, had invited the Urge to come play St. Louis
nice,
band.
Dude.
And before that season, I'd worked with the Urge to I played the goal song. Go marching in, oh when the Blues go marching in. Well, they wanted something kind of like up tempo to play after that, and they were looking for bands. I'm like, you gotta have the Urge do it, because the Urge is the St. Louis band. I know those guys. They're like super big Blues fans.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, let's do it. So I actually got to sit in the studio when they recorded it and like do like some of the vocals with them, which was cool.
Wow.
So I get to play the goal song, and then when they do it, they're like, my vocals are on them, which is kind of cool. But then when they got invited to play for this watch party, and they're like, Jeremy, you got to come with us because we wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for you, hooking us up. So I got to play with them on stage, and we got to like hang out with the cup for like the whole evening, which was awesome. And that's when we got to drink the Bud Light out of it. And
yeah.
And this is like pre-COVID, but even I don't care if that's how I die and go out.
yeah.
Whatever,
worth
man.
it. It's worth it.
It's worth it. Yeah.
Do you know any Urge by chance?
Yeah. A little bit of that, and then this is like a deep cut.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
They played that at Point Fest. Yeah.
Boot Conquer the Sandal from Fat Babies.
Shout out Steve and the Urge. Love those guys. St. Louis staples, legends.
Yes.
Misunderstood gender is a bit that we came up with. Actually, it was Chuck's idea, where I have 3 daughters. Jeremy, you said you have some daughters. Chuck, you do as well, right?
Yes.
So sometimes my girls talk about things that I have no idea what they're talking about, or they want something. I can specifically remember last Christmas they were asking, they had a Christmas list of things that they wanted. I couldn't pronounce half of it, didn't know what it was. Oftentimes I'll go into my bathroom and there'll be things I think for hair or makeup, and I don't even know what they are. And so Chuck had the idea, and I think it's a genius idea, of us trying to guess some of these things and what they are, what they do, maybe what their name is. So Tippy has actually brought in a thing or two for us to try to guess what it is. And so we're calling this misunderstood gender. Then we're going to try this, and then we're going to flip it on you and maybe do some sports things.
Okay, I'm going to fail miserably, but I'm down to play.
Some sports terms and see if you know what they mean or what they might represent.
Okay.
What do you have something visual for us first?
I've got 3 things in this bag that I brought today that I thought maybe you guys could try to figure out what they are. The first one is for everybody to figure out, and I'm going to pass it around, okay? Here is this contraption. We're going to start over here with Chad. Take a look at it. See if you can figure it out, but maybe don't say it just yet. You think maybe everybody kind of take a look at it first? All right. Jeremy, would you like to take a little peep at that sucker there?
Fellas, this is going to be difficult.
Yeah, and just so everybody out there in audio-only land can understand what this is, Chuck, can you describe that for me?
It's shaped like, I don't even want to say what it's shaped like. It's shaped like that. I don't know what any other shapes are like that.
It's circular with
these little balls on them, like that slide. Okay, that's got to do something. Those don't roll.
Can you
It's just dirty.
Can you put it in your mouth?
Can you try to use it in whatever way you think it should be used?
Not on air. Not on air, I can't. Not with the camera facing me.
Not with
this
the
thing? Hold on.
SEC
Wait, something
watching.
crazy just happened here. Oh, it's a spring.
Yeah, I was looking at that too.
Lord.
Okay.
Maybe we should have him guess first.
Okay.
If I have to guess, oh, Lord. I mean, you got to stick this somewhere.
Yeah.
It's got crust. something on it. What's on it?
It's makeup on it.
Okay. Oh my God, this is for makeup?
Is it? I don't know.
Oh,
It's got makeup on it.
It sits on my makeup table, so everything on there has makeup on it.
Well, I have things that sit somewhere, but they don't go there.
I don't think it's makeup.
Oh, dude. I can't even, for the life of me. That's just spring right here. Anything?
Any
with you?
guess?
I really
I
have
have a
nothing.
guess.
You have a guess? Okay, I'm going to give it back to you,
Okay,
Chad.
so
I
I
want you to do with it what you think you're supposed to do.
Well, I think you maybe put your ponytail through here, and then you flip something, or you do something with it.
Oh,
Does your
That's an
ponytail
interesting
go
theory.
through here?
I like that theory. Anybody else want to build upon his theory now that you've heard his?
hold on.
No.
You think I might be on something, though, right? It's not a bad guess.
No, it's not a terrible guess at all. I wouldn't even have come close to that.
That was a good direction. That was a good direction. I'm not saying it's
I
right.
seriously have no idea.
Okay, are you guys
I
ready?
got nothing.
Okay. So this is actually nothing like what you thought it was.
Dang, I thought I was on to something. Proud of myself.
So this little spring here traps hairs, and this is actually to like get the peach fuzz off your face or wherever you might have peach fuzz. So that's what this does. This is for removing hairs. Here, try it on your arm, Chuck. Check it out there, bud.
Does it pull them?
It does. It like rips them out.
Does
As
it
you roll
hurt?
it. Roll it forward.
Forward.
Where
That's-
you have hair.
That's still backward.
Oh, wait. I think
You have
Are you feeling it? Grabbing the
Yeah.
little hairs?
Yeah.
Yeah, they go in between those little springs and it pulls them out. It's like tweezers.
Wow, we were way off.
Yeah, you guys were. I loved that. That was good.
I need to take this thing to the bathroom for a second. Yeah, well, it did.
See?
Yeah.
Isn't that nifty? All right, I got another one that is for everybody
be
again.
Can I interject real quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I got one for the guys that I actually know because of my girls. Do you guys know what bum cream is?
I would assume it's for your bum. Bum.
Is it like to prevent rash?
It's lotion,
What?
but it's not like not for your bum. I think it's just the.
It's just body
Name.
lotion.
Yeah, body lotion, yeah.
But it's called Bum Bum.
But they would always, hey, we need some bum cream. Like, what? What's going on with your bums?
Some Bum Bum cream.
I seen some sauce yesterday at Menards. It was called like Boom Chicka Wow Wow. Like, why would you? I can't go. Hey man, this is delicious. What's in this? Oh, it's that Boom Chicka Wow Wow. Like, I'm not gonna say that.
What would you say
Somebody's
to
name-
somebody if they said that to you?
Boom Chicka Wow. I would think they had sex in my meat or whatever. I don't.
That's
Boom
really
Chicka
weird.
Wow Wow.
No, the first thing that
But I
comes
mean,
to
it's
my
just-
mind is I would have to respond with brown chicken, brown
So
cow.
the names that people throw on stuff, like my storage unit is at Honey Badger Storage,
Honey badger.
like the bad boys of storage. Like,
Dangerous.
dude, just like Smith Storage. Don't have to be Honey Badger Storage.
We ain't got to get wild with them
Yeah,
names.
and I know it's not like the big badasses of storage. Now you thought this ain't your grandmama's storage units. Honey Badger.
Life can feel like an uphill climb, but no one has to face it alone. Everest Counseling, based in Farmington, has been empowering individuals and families for over 20 years, offering support through life's toughest challenges. Specializing in at-risk youth and serving rural communities, the experienced and compassionate team provides the guidance and the tools necessary to thrive. Whether you're dealing with stress, anxiety, trauma, family conflicts, or just need someone to talk to, Everest Counseling provides personalized services to meet your needs. Contact Everest Counseling today at 573-330-4452.
Hey, we're back at the Barn Radio Show. We had to do a little wardrobe change. Hey, these are kicking in here. Hey, cheers.
Let's see. Hang on.
America.
Cheers,
Hey.
America.
You need a drink, man? You good?
Oh, I'm good.
You good here?
I'm good.
You need
I'll take a little rum. You got a little
Okay.
rum?
Yeah.
Go look at you guys.
I like rum.
Yeah. Also got a little fireball if you'd like a little fireball.
Yeah.
Not very nice of us to
Yeah.
not ask you.
You got a cup for him?
Those are all dirty down there.
Well, find us a clean one then, Chad.
You doing?
Doing a great job, bud.
For the longest time, I always played that when there's a delay in something, and I didn't even know the name of it. I just knew that was associated with like time and delays.
Oh, that's too funny.
And then I found out later it was like the syncopated clock or something.
So where's... Oh, do you want this? You want the Malibu rum?
Yeah, that's fine.
Are you okay with drinking after me?
Yeah.
Okay, because it is my cup. So I just want to make sure you're not going to be like, oh, no, I'm not that person.
I've already drank from the Stanley Cup. Like I said, I think I'm...
Oh,
immune.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
immune.
You're good,
I'm
bud.
immune.
You're good.
All right, back to misunderstood gender.
Yes.
Yep. You stumped us with one.
I did.
Round one.
And round two, I think I'm going to get you guys again, but I don't know. Some of you might know what this is because you guys all have daughters, are surrounded by girls. So we're going to start over here. Now, I am going to tell you, you can turn this bottom knob in a direction and it will do something. So, Chad, we're going to start with you here again because you're closest to me. Uh-oh. What's that do? Oh.
Maybe that's why I couldn't hear it.
Oh.
Well, you know. You know.
All right.
The
Well,
camera here, you see that, and this is making that noise.
I better not touch that. Tara will be really mad at me.
we'll pass this on down. It is, let's see here. Uh-oh, we're still vibrating. That's okay. It can vibrate. There we go. Okay. If you turn the knob, it vibrates. You're welcome to turn it so you can check it out on your own.
Yeah, I'll check it out on my own, all right. Actually, can we take another break?
I don't know. I was telling her my daughter's an esthetician. I should know
Yeah.
some of these things. She's probably going to give me a hard time about it.
Right?
I do think that's some kind of... Oh.
What is that, Chuck?
What in the world would you do with it?
What would you need?
Okay, Chuck, can you describe that that's in your hand? What's it look like?
Maybe hold it up to the camera.
Again, it's this little moon thing. I don't understand that. It vibrates. What vibrates here?
Yeah, the whole thing
The
vibrates.
whole thing vibrates.
But maybe it
Doesn't
has to.
turn or anything.
I know where that thing goes at the top.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We found that.
clearly. Clearly.
I know.
We weren't able to find that when we were younger.
Took a few
We finally
years,
found
but
it.
eventually.
Yeah, it takes a while.
I got there in my 30s.
The whole thing vibrates. This
Yes.
doesn't move.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Nothing else moves. The whole thing just vibrates, but it stays stationary.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking it might have to.
Okay.
I don't know if the rest of it's useful other than that part there that goes where we know it goes.
Where we know it goes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't think Tip would bring something like that in.
I don't know. You never know.
After we could do the after hours. And
You'll-
Ben's not
yeah,
here, so
after
maybe
dark.
we could.
Yeah, I knew Ben wasn't going to be here today, so I knew it'd be safe. All right. Are we taking guesses or are we giving up on this one, guys?
I have a guess.
Okay, what's your guess?
I think it's maybe like a face massager
Okay.
where you put it on your face for maybe, I don't know why, but I think maybe that might be it.
That's a decent guess. What about you? You got one, Jeremy?
So I was thinking something like rejuvenating something or another.
Yeah. And Chuck, what's your guess here, bud?
I mean, my guess is
Shot in the dark.
not right. It's got to be some kind of massager.
Well, yeah.
What's it, massage?
I don't.
What would you need massage like that?
Back of your ear.
It's
Behind
a
it. I don't know.
it's a behind the ear massager.
Yes,
That's what
you
you're
betcha.
going with.
That's
All
where we're
right,
going.
Okay. Well,
I don't know, I just
these boys were closer than Chuck for sure. It is a facial massager, and this on the front is amethyst. Okay, so this is supposed to rejuvenate the cells in your face and
Oh.
help with like puffiness and whatnot. Good job, guys.
You
Good
got a
job.
celebratory song for us for getting it right? Awesome.
I love
I
it.
just realized I'm drinking rum and I'm wearing Joe Boo here.
Hey, there it
I
is.
mean, you know, it was meant
Nice.
to be.
Yes.
Man, what a heartbreaker that.
How much was that face massager thing?
Oh, $5. I think I got that from
$5?
Five Below. Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And I have one final thing. Now, this one is just for Chuck. Now, Chad, I know you, and I know you live with girls, and I know your girls, and I know they kind of keep you in line a little bit, so you know what this is. And Jeremy, I know you too, and I know that, your daughters keep you in line too. Chuck, I'm not so sure about yours, so this one's for you.
Okay.
I want you to guess what it is, okay? You may not be aware of this. What is this? Anybody?
Can I see?
I have
Just Chuck. Do you
got
know what
some of that
this is?
Squatch.
He says he's got
Tara got me some Squatch.
It's just deodorant. We weren't sure if Chuck knew or...
Hey, the shirts look raggedy, but they're clean.
That was fun, guys.
Somebody did comment on your sleeveless.
Yes. This is all I wear. I have like 40 of these. That's all I wear. I got better shit to do than worry about what shirt I got on. I don't care.
Tip, were you implying?
Guns out, you know.
Were you implying that he stinks?
A little bit.
Ooh.
Yeah. It was just a joke.
She's not wrong.
Good-hearted fun. I'm sure if you look at him, you can just kind of,
I just look like I stink.
assume.
Yeah.
I'm in court one day, and there's this old lawyer. He's like 90 years old. He looks like. He walks in with one of them. It looks like one of the jackets that like we got at the Salvation Army or whatever it was. Goodwill in Milwaukee. It looked like that. And the whole court's quiet. And I got to say something funny. And some dude next to me, don't know him at all. And I just leaned over to the guy and I go, that dude looks like his jacket stinks. And the dude just busted up laughing. I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
They were not happy that I made that guy laugh.
Well, no sleeves. You don't have like any kind of like.
No pit stains to give you away.
No catch area, I guess.
Oh. I don't think I stink.
Bring it over here. I'll smell it.
No.
He said no.
I'm freshly squatched. We're good.
Freshly squatched. You
guys ever do that beer soap?
Beer soap?
You know what I'm talking about? It's like Busch Light beer soap.
Why?
It's awesome.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love
What's
it.
the deal with all this charcoal stuff?
Charcoal's supposed to be
Charcoal
really good for you.
toothpaste and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Charcoal toothpaste, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, charcoal toothpaste is supposed to make your teeth super white.
When you do it, is it like black? Like
Yeah.
looks like charcoal? Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be weird.
Oh, it's terrible looking.
out.
You look in the mirror. You don't like that. What have I eaten?
I'm out.
Because charcoal's like charred wood, right?
Yeah.
So that's good for your teeth.
Yeah.
I wouldn't guess that. Misunderstood gender. Now we get to flip it to you.
Yeah. What you got?
You made us look silly.
Yeah.
Now it's our turn to make you look silly. Maybe you know some of these.
I might.
In baseball,
No. Carry on.
what is a Cocoa Crisp?
A Cocoa Crisp in baseball. I've literally never heard of that in my life. That's when they hit a home run and then the stadium gives everybody Cocoa Crisp because it's crispy. That home run was crispy.
You have a home run song? Awesome.
Exactly. I know I'm right on that one too.
Yep, you nailed it, and
it.
that's right. Next
Heck
one.
yeah.
If the tight end sneaks into the backfield, maybe some innuendos there. If the tight end sneaks into the backfield,
Yeah.
what is happening?
Well, what's the show rated? No. If the tight end sneaks into the backfield, I would say he's going to steal a ball. He's from the other team, maybe, and he's going to steal the ball.
Yep,
He's not
got that
supposed to
right,
be
too.
there?
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, you're good at this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's the White Stripes song that always gets played? Perfect.
That's
Nailed
my
that.
opening karaoke song, by the way.
2 for 2. What is a frozen rope?
A frozen rope. Okay, let's see. That is when all the bases are loaded and nobody can go anywhere.
That's right.
I'm not.
That's
You're
right.
lying to
That's
me.
right.
I feel like you guys.
You guys have any? I got a couple more for her.
Oh,
got
she's nailing them all.
Nailed it.
knocking them out of the park.
I've got a
am
hockey
I?
one. I think that's
Can't ask
good.
me.
Yeah, we need a
Tell
hockey
me,
one.
Tell me.
What is a Gordie Howe hat trick?
What?
A Gordie Howe hat trick.
Oh, I think I've read about this one on Urban Dictionary.
Yep. Yeah. That's what we were talking about with Jessica Rabbit earlier.
Let's see. I'm going to guess. I'm just going to throw this one out there. I don't even know positions in hockey. I'm going to be honest. That's when the guy with the stick hits the puck and it tricks the other guy out. It's going to go one way, it goes the other way. It's a hat trick.
So good at this.
I know, man. I'm killing it.
Last one. Do you have one? Anybody have one?
I mean, I don't think there's anything we can ask her she's not going to nail.
I'm just a professional here. Professional human.
Well, let's do 2 more. What's a can of corn in baseball?
A can of fucking corn? What? A can of corn is when
We're just having to make you think.
we're in baseball. Okay. That's when they hit the ball with the
Okay.
very tip of the bat. And
Okay.
it flies up in the air.
Okay.
Like a can of corn would.
You were closer there than any of them.
Okay.
Last one, and I don't even think I could fully explain this, but do you know what spider 2Y banana means?
Okay. Spider 2Y banana? Mm-hmm. That's the number 2? Mm-hmm. Okay. And the letter Y?
And the letter Y, yep. You're right. Hey, you got that right, too.
Okay. Well, let's see. 2 years, that would be the 2Y, a spider and a banana. Spider takes 2 years to turn into the banana. Yeah, I have really honestly no clue what this could be. I'm just imagining there are 2 people. There are 2 people and they're
Yes.
somehow stuck on the same base. And then on the other base, there's a guy that's got a ball. And then on the other base, things are happening.
Yeah.
This is a tough one,
Yeah,
bro.
tough.
That's a hard one.
And now you understand how we felt with these stuff.
Yeah. Tell me what that one is.
Well, it's football, so it's not baseball. Did I say
so
that
you
or no?
tricked me. No, you tricked me.
Did I say baseball?
See, you said baseball. If I would have known it was football, I could have gotten that one for sure.
Yeah. You were close on can of corn.
Okay, what's a can of corn?
Yeah, it's just
Oh, yeah, kind of.
it's pop fly. Like,
Easy
you know what a
fly
pop
ball.
fly is?
Easy
Yeah.
fly.
Yeah, it's just an easy fly.
Nice. Sounded right.
A lot of fun. Misunderstood gender. The Barn Radio Show, live in the Barn Studio, and we've been having a lot of fun with these.
We have.
We know we promised you 4, we delivered 4. We'll see where we go from here.
How about hitting for the cycle?
Hitting for the cycle.
That means, there's a whole cycle that people hit in, and when they hit for the cycle, they just want to make sure it stays within it.
Yeah.
So that's an obvious one. What an easy one.
So
Gosh.
I will tell you the Coco Chris one was pretty funny.
Yeah?
Because that's a player.
Yeah.
That's his name.
The way he phrased the question was a little misleading, but yeah.
He's
I had no
He's
clue.
a baseball player. Yeah.
I was like, well, they're always giving stuff out. Maybe it's a cereal night there at the.
We've been doing a lot of this versus that. So last week we did St. Louis versus Chicago, and because the Cubs were in town, Jeremy, you got any? You got any?
Any what?
Any,
Boo.
like boo Cubs, right?
Oh, I have a little Blackhawks. It's their goal song, but I play it in minor to troll them with it.
A
little bit of a. It's based on the Undertaker funeral dirge.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
I did see the video where you did the rock the Cas.
Yeah, Rocked by Fasca.
Fasca, yeah, rock by.
We actually just got signed back with Dallas, so he's not a friend anymore. But last year was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Coach Montgomery was like Rocked by Fasca.
yeah,
It was like a thing.
yeah. Monty's he's awesome.
Yeah.
He's so cool. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. You did well.
Thanks.
You probably did better than we did.
Meh. I know you're lying to me, but thank you.
I think if there's sports fans on here watching this, they'll get a kick out of some of that. So we've been doing a lot of this versus that. We did Cubs and Cardinals last week because they were in town. And Chuck, you had a good point. We did John Goodman versus Chris Farley, which technically Chris Farley's from Wisconsin, but I was loosely because he was discovered at Chicago's Second City. But you had a better option was Bill Murray. We should have used Bill Murray.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bill Murray.
So John Goodman versus Bill Murray.
That's so tough, dude.
that
Bill-
one's
that makes
even
it tougher.
harder. Yes, it does.
the whole Bill Murray aura. I mean, if people aren't familiar, Bill Murray is like a man of the people. Like
If
he'll just show up out of nowhere in nowhere.
I just don't believe there's anybody that could be unfamiliar with who Bill Murray.
No. I mean, not him personally. I mean him.
Yeah, his whole persona.
personality.
Yeah, I got
Like,
you. I
in
got you.
real life, he'll show up at a South by Southwest college party, and you'll walk in and he's playing drums for some reason.
Just to hang out. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I did hear that he's a little bit of an asshole.
to higher ups, like to
Oh, really?
actors and actors and stuff that are kind of pricks. Like he's dicks to the people that kind of need dicks to sometimes, but to regular people, he's amazing.
You know who is a dick? Jeremy Piven.
That's what I hear.
He's an asshole.
I do hear that.
So he
That's widely
I got-
known, too,
I gotta think
Yeah,
about
and,
this.
and it's confirmed
So
Yeah.
when
on the
you
other end of this mic.
when you interviewed him, like there was a thing of like, he's not Ari Gold. Don't interview him like he's Ari Gold. People think he's Ari Gold all the time. If nobody's or everybody knows who Ari Gold is, the
Entourage.
Ari Gold. He's a real dick. But then don't treat him like Ari Gold. But then you interview him and he's Ari Gold. He's a dick.
Yeah. Man, and I always say, like, I've done hundreds of interviews. Tippy, you've done hundreds. Never had a bad experience, really.
Really.
Some of them are quicker than others, and they're just, it's part of their job. It's what they sort of have to do. Not that they have to talk to us, but, it's a part of the job, and so you can tell that it's not as fun for some of them, and I get that. I mean, I totally
They
understand
probably do
it.
30 a day.
Yeah, and a lot of them
Day.
a lot of them are blocked off like that. When we do the Zooms, they have, hey, we got to get out of here at this time because we have, this next one. He was the only complete asshole, and I don't even think I asked the same boring general questions that I always do. It wasn't like I was asking him crazy stuff that would really throw him off.
Right, yeah.
It's just a complete. He didn't like me at all. I don't even know why.
That's rough.
So Jeremy Piven.
Yeah, some people are just like that.
Love it.
But still going to support him. I love his character. That character that he plays, I don't even think he's acting anymore. He's just being
Right,
himself, right? He just showed up.
That's why he's so good at it.
Yeah.
He's like, here I am.
Goodman versus Bill Murray. I think that's definitely better than, and probably more difficult. What would
That
you
one
guys
is
say?
super hard. Chuck, you got an answer on that one for us?
Dude, I just love Bill Murray doesn't even have, like, you got to call like two old ladies at a post office. He gets the mail at a post office and like he doesn't have an agent.
He's old school.
Yeah, and and people will hire him for a movie, and they'll finally get a hold of him through his two old ladies. Like, I guess he goes in there and asks, "Does anybody call for me?" And they go, "Yeah." So when you finally get a hold of him, he'll go, "Yeah, when's the movie start? 8 months from now in Sydney, Australia. Okay, I'll be there." And then you don't hear anything from him. And that day in Sydney, you have to hope that he shows up.
That's risky.
He always does. But yeah, the people are like, "Oh God, dude, this whole thing is riding on him being on that plane right there." And
I didn't know that about
him. Bam, he's just there.
That's rough.
Yeah, I love Bill Murray.
Do you think our answers last week, the length of career, because obviously Farley's was cut way too short.
Right.
Do you think that hurt him? Surely it did, right? Because you think about John Goodman, who's been doing it for so long,
Yes.
where Bill Murray has a complete set of work, even more than John Goodman. So what would you say, Jeremy? You weren't here last week, and you get to vote this time.
So with the Farley thing, like he passed away in the 90s, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like here it is 30 years later, and we're still talking about him. Will that be the case with John Goodman? Is how I would frame it. In 30 years, will they talk about John Goodman in the same way they do Chris Farley?
Chuck had a point last week, is he was a shooting star. Yeah. So the time that he was here, absolute fire.
Yeah.
Right?
His later years might not have been so kind.
Oh, that's what I was
That's
kind
what
of
you're
wondering.
kind of worried about too.
Well, they always talk about like Kurt Cobain. Like, what would Kurt Cobain be doing now? Would he be, Eddie Vedder, where he's still relevant and
I wouldn't have wanted to see an
well-liked,
85-year-old Jimi Hendrix.
yeah, no.
That'd have been rough. It'd have been like looking at Keith. What's the Rolling Stone dude?
I don't know. He's still a
Keith
badass
Richards.
though.
Yeah,
He's a vampire.
yeah.
What do we have? What do we vote?
I mean, I'm Bill Murray.
Bill Murray.
I think I'm still going to have to go with John Goodman just because, I mean, the characters that he portrays are just so wildly different. And Bill Murray, great, but he always plays Bill Murray.
I think I'm still going John Goodman too. I just love the roles that I love of his. I love more than the roles of Bill Murray, even though there's more of them. Actually, my favorite role of his is in Zombieland.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
Zombieland. I love his, and he's only in it for just a brief period of
Yeah,
time,
I
but
feel
I
like-
love his role in that.
Bill Murray does a lot of acting as Bill Murray. He's just so popular now. He can just be in movies as himself.
He's like Jeremy Piven,
Cameos. Yeah.
except nicer.
Yeah.
Okay,
I like Bill Murray.
yeah. So we're going to take our verses, or this verse, that, whatever you want to call it, and we're going to do 4th of July edition. So, very American things here. Mount Rushmore versus Statue of Liberty.
I'm a conspiracy
Ooh.
in some ways.
Go for it, weirdo.
Certain ways. The whole Mount Rushmore is hiding secrets and all that stuff behind it. And I love that. And they say
You
that
believe that?
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they say like the real Constitution is there. So, I mean, it's a good place to put it if you know all the facts of what's supposed to be kind of fact. I don't know if they're facts or not, but the ones I've researched. But when
Research.
humanity conspiracy theory.
The internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey man, hanksconspiracy.com, don't lie, buddy.
Frogsargay.com or .org or whatever.
But they say that like when we wipe ourselves off the planet, everything's gonna just be dust at some point. The one thing that'll stand is Mount Rushmore. Like people will come back and yet like the pyramids from past civilizations.
Oh yeah.
Like people will come back and they'll be like, "Who the hell are these dudes up here? Must be gods or something." But yeah, the one thing that's gonna stand the test of time, and from our civilizations, Mount Rushmore. It was chipped into granite or whatever the hell it is.
Anybody else? Mount Rushmore versus, what'd I say? Statue of Liberty?
Statue of Liberty.
I've been in the Statue of Liberty. I've been up in the Crown. I thought it was pretty cool. I'd go Statue of Liberty.
Okay. It greets all the immigrants, right? Like it's welcome to America sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Lady Liberty too.
I'm going to go Mount Rushmore. I think probably because I've been there with my family, it means a lot to me. It was a special time. It was actually not during COVID, but around the COVID time. So instead of taking a normal vacation or a traditional vacation, we rented an RV and drove out to Mount Rushmore.
That's fun.
Were you able to see it? I've heard so many stories of people driving all the way up there and it's cloudy and they can't see it.
Well, our buddy Jason Teasley, he did that.
Yeah.
That was part of their whole trip, was to go out and see it, and it was so foggy, which I could see, but no, we were there on a clear day, and it was...
I've heard the one around the corner, like, who is it, Sitting Bull or...
Oh,
it's like
Crazy
way
Horse.
more impressive.
Crazy Horse is, you can't even understand how big it is in your mind. It is massive. Like Mount Rushmore is not all that impressive as far as like the size of it, but it is really pretty. It does kind of give you this patriotic thing until you leave, and then you see the Native Americans protesting it and why they're protesting it. And there's some things that probably isn't great about it. But if you're just thinking as a patriotic symbol, it's pretty neat to see. But I imagine it's the same thing with Statue of Liberty.
Okay.
I haven't seen the Statue of Liberty.
As a local thing, I have just been blown away by this for years. The SEMO had to change their name from the
Indians.
Indians?
It was Indians. Okay, so they had to change their name from the Indians. I'm taking my son to a football tournament one time in Jackson, and I'm driving around, and I see Indians, and it occurs to me, I'm like, I hope this town wasn't named after Andrew Jackson. They're named the Indians. And bam, right when I said that, there's a big thing that says, "Welcome to Jackson." It has Andrew Jackson's face.
Yeah.
Dude, that's like your town being called the Hitler Jews.
Yeah.
Like that, I can't believe that no one's caught on to that yet. The Jackson Indians, named after Andrew Jackson, killed millions, hundreds of thousands. I mean,
I just think some people love to put. Sometimes we put the blinders on, and we maybe don't want to know the whole.
Hey,
Don't make those connections enough.
We're pissed off about this, but in my backyard, it's fine.
Yeah.
My backyard's fine.
We're choosy about what we get angry about sometimes.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Bald eagle versus the American flag.
Oh, flag.
Bald eagles, they're awesome though.
They are majestic, man. The one at Grant's Farm, when you're that close to one, you're like, oh my God, it's so massive and pretty impressive. That American flag's pretty damn cool.
Yeah, it's a toss-up.
That one's, I would say, tough because man, if you see a bald eagle flying, like how big their wingspan is, it's really kind of neat to see. But it's gonna be hard to vote against the American flag.
Yeah, what are you saying over there, bud?
Well, I'm going to go with bald eagle because I don't have to see a bunch of white trash in bald eagle swimsuits every year, but I do have to see them in American flag swimsuits. So that's my reasoning.
Even better is the Confederate flag swimsuit.
Oh, yeah. Love those.
With the weed on it. And the
so great.
pot leaf on it.
Yeah, those are good.
I've been to Branson. I've seen them.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you should say something.
Did you have one?
Oh, I mean, it's a toss-up. American flag and bald eagle are, I always look every time I see a bird in the air, even just to see if it is a bald eagle or not. Like, do I see the white in the head? That kind of thing. That they're more present now than they've ever been. I feel like, at least in my lifetime. So you do have that chance of seeing them more often than you would had when we were younger. But
Still
Yeah.
rare and a magical feeling though when you see a bald eagle. You're like, oh shit,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like seeing a
unicorn. Yeah.
double rainbow or
Yes.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Too bad that whole the rebel flag thing. It looks really cool. Like it sucks that like that kind of
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
With the
looks cool.
It's not great.
Cool
Like on
design.
the General Lee.
Yeah, it looks cool. Yeah, that's a cool design, but I don't see when they ruined it.
Very unfortunate.
Did you see that thing in Kentucky where they had some like major
Yes.
flooding down there, and to celebrate their sort of comeback, I guess they jumped the water fountain. I don't know what
Oh, my
Kentucky
God.
town it was, but
Somerset.
wasn't it with the General Lee? And they jumped through the water fountain for the whole town, and they were like,
that.
"Yes, we're
Yeah.
back." It was actually pretty badass. I thought.
Yeah.
it was kind of cool. Okay, so when I think of America, actually 4th of July, fireworks, barbecue is one of the first things that comes to my mind. Is barbecue originally American? Probably is, right?
I would imagine so.
Dang.
I mean,
It sounds like us.
Seems like it,
Yeah.
at the very least.
it's fantastic. So of course it's American made.
I don't know where else that has it otherwise, where it's like a thing.
Yeah.
About
I mean, there
Australia,
wasn't,
they're
like-
always throwing shrimp on the Barbie.
A lot of things were invented in St. Louis, like the waffle cone, the hot hamburger, I don't know, hot dog, whatever the hell. There's a bunch of stuff invented in St. Louis. In
Pork steak,
1904.
right?
I bet it was invented in Memphis.
I'd never heard of a pork steak till I moved up to Missouri.
Emo's Pizza.
Yeah.
We see you out there, Emos.
He don't give a shit. I'm the one that stuck up for you.
So, backyard barbecue versus a fireworks show.
Food versus lights in the sky. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna go food because I love food.
I gotta go food, but I will say there was a fireworks show that I would love to see again. I didn't know that it was a problem at the time when I was watching it, but I went to St. Louis when that at the end the big finale that just fell over on the boat and just blew up, and I was like, "Good Lord, that was amazing!"
I bet that
didn't
would
know
have
that
been
was
cool.
a problem. Yeah, I'd like to see that one more time, but
I
yeah.
think that happened in Cincinnati where it was supposed to be like an hour long and it happened in like 13 seconds.
Oh, because it exploded.
it all
Just
went
like
off at the
every
same
Yeah.
time. Like,
day.
we're done.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
all you got.
Because they bring it on these barges,
Yeah.
and it goes out. The next one comes in, and then the last one, it just goes. It started shooting. It goes choo choo, boom! I was like, dude, that's the most amazing
Grand
thing I've ever seen.
finale.
Yeah.
I do think fireworks is a thing. Like you talk about, you kind of get what you pay for. Like sometimes spending the extra for like the one bad mother, and some of these like bigger, man, those are awesome.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So like we go crazy on the fireworks.
Love that.
I've been there already 4 times down to Jerry's.
I love people like you because I spend nothing. I just sit in my yard and watch everybody else.
Yeah, let other people play. Yeah. By the way, barbecue was invented in the Caribbean.
Oh shoot.
Don't we own them?
Gulf of America.
That's a 52nd state, I think, right?
Yeah.
I'll get to be so I'll be in Memphis for the 4th of July. I'm playing the organ down there for the Redbirds, coming back down for a couple games. And
Speaking of barbecue.
yeah, so I'll get to
Jeez.
barbecue, and they do fireworks in the stadium from like center field.
Oh yeah.
And I've been there like back in the day when I played in Memphis, like they'd shoot out my center field and you're like so close you can feel the shrapnel coming back down. It's
Oh,
That's
wow.
awesome.
crazy.
That stadium's cool. Like it's like
It is.
sunk down, and that's
Yeah.
a cool stadium.
My favorite thing about fireworks is feeling that boom in your chest. Like that's my favorite thing ever.
The dynamite.
Yeah.
I'm going barbecue.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
But when fireworks are done well, man, I like them.
Yeah.
I like them. So did we all went barbecue? Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Sports. Been talking a lot of sports today. Friday night football or Sunday day baseball.
Sunday baseball. I'm all about baseball. Yeah. Friday football. Well, what are you talking about? Friday football.
Well, I mean,
You talking high school football?
well,
No, professional.
could be.
Oh.
You know, that's Friday night lights. I mean, I guess you could do Saturday college football. Football versus baseball.
Oh God. Hold on. Baseball's been making a comeback the last couple of years, man. Ever since they changed some of the rules, the infield or the shift and all that crap. Dude, it's been so much better. If you got out of baseball a couple years ago, it's amazing now. So many great young players. I watch baseball every night. So football.
Jeremy?
Unless I have like a rooting interest in football, it's probably gonna be baseball as well. And even if I have a rooting interest, if they're not good, maybe it's still baseball. But if they're good, maybe football on Friday night. But
So rooting interest like fantasy football or like maybe some money on it?
eventually, like if it's like high school and like I went to Potosi, so if like Potosi's playing really well and they got a good team, whatever, then I might be like, okay, well, Friday night football is fun and it's a community thing.
So it's always baseball then, because
yeah.
Potosi's getting better.
Are they really?
Potosi football, yeah.
They're putting in a new field, so hopefully that helps a little bit. But it looks nice at least. So
It's like every now and then they'll have like some amazing running back that makes it. Like they had Drew Shores when I was younger, and then the what's his name, the Bryant
Bourbon.
Yeah,
Yep. It's unfortunate with Bourbon there.
that's crazy.
But they do have a new head coach, Mark Casey, who's a Potosi guy, right?
Oh,
he's
he was
returning. He was Potosi coach, then he went to Central and cheated on Potosi, and then came back.
He's a good dude. Yeah.
Yeah, we're actually going to do an interview with him in here, and yeah, we're excited about that. But yeah, Potosi football, and they got a really good
Well, I mean,
running back, I think, but he was hurt
it's not
last year.
football. I mean, we went Final Four in basketball.
Yeah.
Won state in volleyball.
That's right.
Went to state with track and cross country. Softball team was just in the state not that long ago with Sammy Huck. And
You guys always got a baseball player coming out of there.
Yeah.
Every couple of years. Yeah.
yeah.
Shout out Dylan Coleman.
Yeah.
My buddy is the head baseball coach there, Ron McRaven. He's, I think he's just finished year 1. So yeah, Potosi on the rise. We just got to get those stoplights. We got to get that bridge fixed.
Yeah. But, hey, that marching band.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah,
Have
band's
you ever
good.
seen the marching band at Potosi?
I don't
Marching
think
Band?
so.
Dude, it's amazing.
They just played a Busch last week, I think. They did the anthem, but yeah, good. I mean, they
that's
got a great
awesome,
music
man.
program. I mean, like, I came out of that music program. Lots of other folks I know who are good musicians have come from that. So, you know, it's a big thing
Yeah.
for sure.
Do you give lessons?
I don't have time, man. I'm always doing stuff.
Yeah.
Got like 4 jobs as it is and kids, and yeah, I don't really have time to do lessons, but
If you would give lessons, like what is some of the first thing? Do they just need to know the basic chords? Like if you were to give somebody a lesson,
I mean, you just got to familiarize yourself with the keyboard, and you know,
is the
Got the-
middle C important?
well, I mean, it kind of bases a little bit of where the rest of everything else is, but yeah, you got your letters on here, so you got to figure out where the letters are, and then if you read music, you know, it's good to know, okay, well, this says G, you know, whatever, you know, and then go from there. But you know, working on scales is important. Working your that kind of thing. That's one of the things that I missed out on early on because I did teach myself to play. Was like the rudimentary, like da 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 da. You know, doing the basic chords and just doing the basic scales, you know, kind of thing. But you know, I figured it out later. But that's kind of where you start at the chord or the just doing the scales and getting your finger work.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I wish I could play.
You can. You
It's
just
not
got to
too
put a
late.
little practice in.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of practice, but still.
Hey, I'm learning how to play the trumpet right now,
That's
and I've never
cool.
played the trumpet before. It was something I wanted to do. I want to learn how to play taps because, like, you know, if I said, you know, in a video that like if I learn how to play taps on the trumpet, and then when like my buddy's favorite football team loses, the next morning I can show up and play taps outside of his house. So that's why I want to learn how to play taps. Or if I beat somebody in fantasy football, I want to be able to show up at their house the next day and be like playing taps.
I love that.
So that's my
great.
mission right now is to learn how to play taps on the trumpet, and that's like the only song I really want to learn how to play on the trumpet. But just, I got a trumpet, so now I'm going to learn it.
But you don't know how much respect I have for somebody that's going through all that just to mess with somebody else.
Just to break your buddy's
I
balls.
love it. Much
So
respect.
I did teach myself how to play guitar, but if I could do it over, I would have gotten lessons because it just took me so much longer to even learn the basics because I was teaching myself.
Yeah.
And Tippy, you're teaching yourself how to play the uke.
Ukulele, yeah.
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 Been fun for you?
It has been a lot of fun. I've actually wrote 2 songs now, so
So originals.
doing some stuff with it. I'm excited.
How long have you been playing?
I've been playing consistently for probably about 8 months to a year now. But I've owned the thing since like 2020 or 21 maybe. But it's intimidating. You know, I've never played an instrument.
Apparently not. You've already wrote 2 songs.
Fluently. Well, it is, you know, because I had it for so long and it just sat in the corner and it was intimidating
Oh, I
to
got you.
try to learn it. And then when I would pick it up, naturally, I'm very good at everything instantly. Okay, that's just the way
Except
that I
modesty,
work.
but go ahead.
Now, when I picked up the ukulele,
We're listening.
and I was not instantly good at it, I was like, well, this thing is just dumb. So I would put it back down for a while, you know, and it took me a while to get out of my own way, I think. I was really stuck on why am I not getting it instead of just continuing to practice, you know? So
Don't ever play
once I
golf.
got out of my own way, then it really kind of clicked with me and I was able to do it.
Yeah,
so.
stay away from golf, Tippy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no golf.
Yeah.
I don't golf.
If you get mad if you're not good at the first time,
Oh,
No, I don't do golf.
9 years in, you're still not good.
Nah, that ain't for me. I don't like to do things I'm not good at. Why would you?
Talk about a long process. I can't think of anything more than golf. It takes a while before you're even. Well, I say that because then you hit that one. Everybody talks about you hit that one good shot on the last hole, and you're like, I got it all figured out. So there's like
I'm the best
moments
there
where
ever
you
was.
enjoy it, but it's like 95% of just anguish and not fun.
Yeah, that's a no for me.
Kind of like sex, I think, in a way. It's like it's a lot of work, and then there's one really good part.
Y'all are doing it wrong if there's only one good part for you, just so you know.
Well, you heard some of our responses.
Yeah, I've heard.
Speaking of the uke, what's the most popular uke song? It's got to be like Somewhere Over the Rainbow, right?
Well, that one or Riptide, I would say.
Riptide.
Whenever you go to learn on your own, you know, the first song that pops up is Riptide. It's like
Dude, that-
beginner song, and it's so hard for a beginner, and I'm like, this is stupid.
That brother is over the rainbow. Oh my God, that'll tear me apart.
The
And just knowing
bigger
that-
guy, right? The
Yeah.
Hawaiian guy, yeah.
Yeah, like and knowing about him, like he was like full-blooded Hawaii. Have you ever seen him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's bigger than all of us put together.
Very large
times
man.
2.
Passed away.
Passed away early. Yeah, man, and just the voice of an angel.
Yes.
Somehow.
Very true. Very
You don't know that one, Jeremy, do you?
Over the Rainbow?
I had to play it once for an executive's wife had passed away from the blues, and I got to play it with Charles Glenn. And Charles Glenn was thinking that we were going to do the Judy Garland Over the Rainbow, and I'm like, no, we're doing the Is version. And we had to
Yeah.
So I did play it for that. I can't remember it off the top of my head. It's not like something I play all the time,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was cool, and he knocked it out of the park because it's Charles Glenn, and Charles Glenn is
Awesome.
awesome.
What about, just made me think of, what's the Incredible Hulk, the sad song with Family Guy?
Oh, yeah.
Sad walking away song, yeah.
You don't know that one, do you? I would. Isn't that when he like walks?
I'd have to sit down, but
close.
yeah. Something.
It wasn't like Peter Griffin, like every time he'd leave
Yes.
or something like that. Yeah.
And Stewie.
Stewie.
Good times.
Barn Radio Show. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
You guys have any parting words? Jeremy, it was so much fun talking to you, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Your story's awesome. Good for you. Good for your health journey
Yeah, thank you.
and everything that you're doing. It's just such a neat thing that you're a part of.
Yeah, keep 'em busy. And said Memphis this weekend. We'll be there for 2 gigs and back for my church gig on Sunday still. And then Cardinals the following week. So keep 'em busy and doing all the things. And before we know it, it'll be time for Blues hockey.
Yep.
He's got a rough life, folks.
I think Blues, they have prospect camp this week.
Yeah.
Actually today, I think. Mm-hmm. Jordan Walker, is he still in Memphis?
Yeah, Jordan Walker's down there. Jose Fermin, I think. There's some other guys that.
Is Gacy down there?
No, he's playing.
He's up now?
I think he is, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, hard life, man.
How's
Yeah.
T. Kent? Is he looking good?
I haven't got to see him pitch. Well, he might have pitched. I played a game early before the season. I did the Cardinals versus the Redbirds in Memphis.
Yeah.
I think he pitched a little bit in that game, but I mean, I hear good things about him, but you never know until they get up.
Right, yeah.
You know,
Heard
Blues
things
made-
about Jordan Walker. And
Blues made a big trade yesterday. I don't know how I feel about that yet. Bolduc was such a good player.
I know.
So we'll see, but I feel like this is one of those things where like we got to think of the long-term value of the defenseman coming back. That might be outweigh maybe the more sure thing with Bolduc. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. Man, Bolduc was liked.
And also, I love the new jerseys.
Yeah.
Oh, the new
yeah,
sweaters.
yeah, that's cool,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, dude, those
Yeah.
things. I've been waiting for these forever. Like they're almost like the original Blues jerseys from like the '60s
Yeah.
era. The light blue with the gold and white. I was never a big fan of like the dark navy colored. I don't have any on, but
right.
they're just beautiful.
Yeah,
Beautiful sweaters.
they look good.
Yeah, I like how they've included like the river and then the trumpet with the
Logos,
blues.
Fleur de
Yeah.
Lis logo,
Yeah.
the treble clef.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, man, thanks for joining us. This has been a lot of fun. Maybe we should do it again sometime.
Been a good time.
If you're a Barn Radio Show fan, and we know there's several of you out there, thanks for all the watches and views and comments. There was a lot of people interested in what we're doing, and we promised you 4, we delivered 4. Let's see what happens from here. And but it has been a lot of fun,
It
and
has.
I don't think this will be the last time you see us around. So happy 4th of July, everybody, and go America, go team.
Go team.
Go barbecue.
Go barbecue.
Yeah.
And we'll catch you on the flip side of this. Thanks so much.
Adios.